Oh, ladies and gentlemen, if I could call you that, rock fans from all around the world, welcome back to 2024 and the new year for Musical People and Journeys Rock Show. Welcome back. Happy New Year to my panel, to Dave. Hi, Dave.
Hello.
Hi, William.
Good morning.
Hi, Simon.
Good morning.
Good morning. And obviously to the rock chick queen of the gang, to socialite and friends of the stars, tattooed everybody that we interviewed. It's Trish.
Good morning.
Good morning. Right, well, after the excitement of 2023 and our Album of the Year show, where it was the almightiest of battles between Beyond the Black and Within Temptation for Album of the Year, we start again. Just a few facts. Will we review as many albums as we did last year? Well, maybe 157 albums we reviewed. 157. And to get into our top one albums, they've got a rate like 3.6. We're missing Dom today, but Dom has sent his votes in, so we wish him well. He's not ill. He's unfortunately real life has taken in, doing other things. So format of the show: Battle of the Bands. We pit two albums together, vote them out of 5 to see which we would pick. If you haven't heard this show before, and if you haven't and you like it, please get that early, like and subscribe. And if they score more than an average of 4 amongst for our listening pleasure, and this is purely our listening pleasure, we do get some comments saying, how do you technically vote? We just vote how much actually we just enjoyed listening to the album based on our personal preferences, not as a group. That group score comes together, of course. So, who have we got as our opening show for 2024? Let's go in really heavy. Let's go in with Bad Wolves and their album Die About It, and we're pitching them up against Spiritbox, Fear of the Fear, which technically is an EP, but for me, if it's more than 5 songs on an EP, it qualifies for review. So, and they're all brand new songs. So we have Spiritbox and Fear of the Fear. So Bad Wolves, keep the introduction quite a Bad Wolves, American band from Florida, formed in 2017. Obviously, initially finding fame with their first single cover of Cranberries in 1994, it hit Zombie, and obviously the lovely lady passed away. Just after that, the band proceeded to find further success with topping songs, Remember When, Killing Me Slowly, Sober, but obviously the band, Doc Coyle, Kyle Klondike, John Boychelin and Daniel D.L. Levitsky on vocals, etc. So they feel that they've been around a lot longer, haven't they, than they have been. But there we go. Right, let's start. Let's go with ladies first, shall we? Trish. Bad Wolves and Die About It. Now, we had previously reviewed Bad Wolves, so I don't think they got into our Hall of Fame, but I think they did pretty well, actually. I'll check that in a bit. So,
yeah, I can't remember. The opening of this album, for me, led me into like a full sense of what was to come, as straight after the opening track comes Growlo with Bad Friend, being a loud and proud track to kick things off. There is Growlo screaming throughout the album, but I can get past that as it's not full on all the way through. Aside from this musicality, vocals, lyrics on this album work well together and aren't similar to Five Finger Death Punch to me. I really enjoyed the track Saviour, Legends Never Die, and the track It's You definitely was a goosebump moment. If on first listen it isn't normally your kind of thing music-wise, give it another like I did, as it's a grower. There's a lot to like on this album, and I appreciate the alternativeness of this music more so now and have it on my playlist.
Ooh. Dave, Bad Wolves.
I definitely do remember. I think we definitely did review these previously. I'm sure I said a lot of the same things then. I'd have to go back and check, but I mean, I did really enjoy this, but musically it's really, really steady, but I just felt as a band they never got out of third gear. I just didn't feel like there was that sort of step up where they really sort of showed what they were capable of. Vocally, got a bit of an issue with his voice. He's a really good singer, but I just feel that it hasn't quite got the power that it needs for the sort of music that they're playing. I feel like could do with a little bit more power in his voice. I mean, it's not something that is necessarily my taste, but I'd happily listen to it if someone else put it on. It does get in danger of being a little bit repetitive at times, but for the most part, I mean, it's enjoyable. If this is your sort of thing, I think you're going to enjoy this.
Yeah. William, you're a bad wolf.
Hello. Oh, thank you. You say all the right things to me.
I know, right?
All the time.
I know. You remind me of a bad wolf. But there we go.
Oh, thank you. So, shockingly, I've known of Bad Wolves for a while. From when they first released their cover of the Cranberries, which was, pretty decent song. Zombie, I like it. Doesn't quite top the original for me, but enough about that. Yeah, kind of like Trish, this. Firstly, let's get out of the way. There's an intro track. It's no point. Just get rid of it. Unnecessary. It doesn't serve a purpose to me. But yeah, Kicks. It's like they don't really know what they're trying to do. So you've got like new metal influences in songs like Die About It, just pure heavy metal, more like mellower hard rock sounds in it. So they're sort of dipping their toes into lots of different bits, but not really excelling because of that. Like for me, if they had more of an album sort of focused more around sounds like Die About It and Bad Friends, this would have been fantastic for me, but because of that, it's sort of just middling on. It's just really solid, but it's not excellent because of that.
Talk about something that's solid but not excellent. Simon, Will made the introduction. I'm just passing it on. So.
Yeah, what an intro for 2024.
Absolutely.
Speaking of, starting off the year with a minute-long intro track, which, to my surprise, it did actually lead into the first track smoothly. So, props to them for actually having an intro track that isn't the worst thing ever. And then Bad Friend opened with a growl. I was shocked. I didn't expect to have growlos, our first thing of the year from Nigel. So, could this be my new Five Finger Death Punch? As you said, it reminds me so much of them, just without the edgy American politics and slightly lighter tone. But for me, the range on this album, you had the rap verse in Die About It, the somber Hungry for Life, the thrashing in Move On, and then almost like a pop track in It's You brackets 2 months with the guest vocals. And I thought there was loads of diversity in the album, and do you know what? I loved it. I thought it was great. I was really enthralled by this album. I'm going to look at their back catalogue. I wasn't on the reviews you did previously for them, but I genuinely thought they seemed to sound quite good. I really enjoyed it.
I'm kind of with Simon on this. I think there's a difference between not being specialist but being really good at diversity, and I love diversity in album. And I couldn't bear an album for the growler, but a bit of growler was all right. A bit of screamo was okay. A bit of rap was okay. And I think they're trying to separate themselves out a little bit by bringing lots of different kind of genres to the actual album. So in terms of its range, Legends Never Die, NDA It's You kind of hit my sweet spots. They were really, really good. My problem that I finally hit on with Bad Wolves is that for me they're just a bit heavier version of Nickelback. His voice, basically. His voice.
What?
Yeah, that's what I kept going when I went
I'm putting
to
them on right now.
When you went to Legends Never Die, for example, I think you close your eyes. That could be a Nickelback song, for example. And at times it feels like his vocal range is similar. And I kind of like Nickelback. We're trying to get tickets for them this year. I think they're amazing. I think they'd be live, but. And it kind of interesting in terms of what Dave says about repetition. Even though the diversity of musicalities in the album, vocally, I found it a little bit is mainly vocals, a bit repetition, similar to the style that kind of Nickelback kind of singing. Really, I don't say all of his musicality is the same. I just mean in terms of vocally, I found it the same. And I kind of went, really, that it just seems that way. Particularly songs like Legends Never Die and stuff as well. But that would be coming to the range of it as well. I still love the album. I thought it was terrific. I did enjoy it. It just wasn't perfect for me, but it was still a very, very good album. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So. Okay, moving on. Spiritbox, Fear of the Fear. So Spiritbox are a Canadian heavy metal band originally from Victoria, British Columbia, publicly established by guitarist Mike Stringer and vocalist Courtney LaPlante in, bizarrely, the same year, like I put these together, in 2017. So they've been around roughly the same time. I know, all right, same time as Bad Wolves. The band's lineup comprised married couple of Plant and Stringer alongside drummer Zev Rose, bassist Josh Gilbert, and the band style incorporates electronic elements and draws a variety of influences, crossing multiple metal subgenres, but its roots are in metalcore and progressive metal. Dave, talk about progressive. I feel that you are one of the most progressive reviewers we've had on the show. So, was this progressive metal for you, Dave?
In all fairness, as soon as it started, the first sort of few notes, I went, this isn't my sort of thing at all. So I don't really feel like anyone should listen to my opinion on this at all, because this just isn't my sort of thing. Musically, it wasn't too bad though. There were some moments in there that I did really enjoy, but there were other moments where, unfortunately, it was just a bit too sort of hard for my liking. It's not really my sort of taste. The screaming vocals, I don't mind screaming vocals, but I prefer it more as a garnish to the music, if you like, as opposed to a main sort of factor. The female vocals were stunning though, absolutely stunning when they were in there. As I say, I mean, it's not something that I would ever really listen to, so take everything I say with a pinch of salt. But it's short and sweet though, so if it's something that you do come across, give it a listen. It's not going to take you long to listen to the album, and it might surprise you. You never know.
Well, I think that I'm not going to have any surprises with the next couple of reviews. William, Spiritbox, fanboy.
It took 30 seconds of the first song for me to add it straight to my playlist. The same for the fourth track of this EP as well. It's fantastic, isn't it? So I think, just clarification, from my experience and my knowledge, so you have a single, which is 1 to 3 songs. An EP, sort of 3 to 6, because you've got a record, and you can have 3 songs on each side. So it's an EP because it's only one of those. Whereas an album would be 2 records, so you'd have that many on that. This EP it's fantastic. I mean, I love Cellar Door. Perfect, just brutal screaming at me the whole time. I loved it. Like I said, Angel Eyes, fantastic again. But they have those slower, more calm, just like metal rocky tracks in between them, which it's awesome. This was an absolute treat for the ears, and this did such joyful things to my ears. I'm a very happy bunny. More screaming. Yes.
More screaming. More metalcore. Simon, Spiritbox. I believe you might be a little fanboy too.
Yeah, full disclosure, I have and always will love Spiritbox. For me, their music sort of almost defies genre, and I just want more and more of their sound. I can't consume enough of it. I could listen to Courtney LaPlante all day, every day, and not grow tired of her. It's beautiful. For this EP, The Void was probably my standout track on it, but I loved all of them. And I'm so very hurt to my very core that they're playing Reading and Leeds this year and not Download, which makes no sense to me. But anyway, I'll still give them top marks for this EP. I don't have words to describe it because I just love this transcendent beauty on display. I love this band so much, even if they have betrayed me with their choice of festival this year.
Doesn't make sense.
They might change now once they listen to Fear.
Yeah.
Trish,
So,
What did you think?
well, I think you probably can all guess what I'm going to say, but I might sorry.
I haven't got a fucking clue.
Okay,
Beautiful.
so this is full on in your face screamo from the beginning with tracks 1 and 2, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to listen to the whole album, even if it is only 6 tracks. Then came Saving Grace for me, listening with track 3, Too Close, Too Late, hit my ears as the vocals were well harmonised. I liked the techno rock sound of this track, plus I could hear clearly what was being sung. The Void is also another good listenable track, and whoa, they end the album with Ultraviolet. What a banger. If they lost tracks 1, 2 and 4, and then put in more tracks like Ultraviolet and The Void, I would have absolutely loved this album. But as they haven't, this album has peaks and troughs with 3 tracks I didn't like for my listening pleasure at all, and then 3 that were brilliant.
Exactly the same as Trish. Trish probably just giving my same review for me. I mean, if they were in a similar vein, I love this. I love deep melodic, heavy metal music, which the 3 of the tracks are, and her voice is sublime. Ultraviolet, what a tune, what a song, and the other tracks are like, oh my god, and then they fucking ruin it by screaming, and it's just trash. It's just shite. It's just absolute. I mean, Dave, you're too polite, mate. It's just screamo shitty nonsense, really. It's just rubbish. But there we go. That's my take on it.
It was one of those though. When I listened to it, I was kind of like, I could appreciate what they were doing. It's just not my taste, and immediately I was like, if you like this sort of thing, I think this is going to be something that's, very much your sort of thing. Very popular.
Takes more talent to sing like that than any other singer in this month can do. So
that's your opinion. That's your opinion, William, and you're welcome to your opinion. No,
Out of curiosity, is it the same
abject
person
fact.
singing and doing the screamo vocals, or is it 2 different vocals? Because that's
same
quite
person,
impressive. Yeah, that's quite impressive. And I thought it was 2 different people.
Yeah, I've been in a room with screamo bands, and it's purely my taste. I'm not dissing the art. I'm dissing it from my point of view and my listening pleasure. I've been in a room with a screamo band, and the energy is electric. I mean, it is. I mean, there's no denying. When a band is up there, and they're a really good kind of band like this, the Spiritbox. I can imagine the energy in the room from it is phenomenal. There's no 2 ways about that. I can't abide it. I really can't. I think it's got to be like that, a bit like with Bad Wolves with that. That's it. However, the 3 songs were phenomenal. I mean, absolutely out of this world. Vocality, musicality, delivery. They made. I think 2 of them made my playlist. And bizarrely, we do like a song contest, and somebody put in Ultraviolet, and 12 points. Just like from me, this little contest I was in. It was quite surprising. So, well, let's find out our first votes of the year then. How it's going to go. Will they get into the Hall of Fame? So, Bad Wolves then. Trish.
4.
4. Will.
yeah, it's 4. It's good.
Dave.
3 for me.
Simon.
4.
4. So, the average needs to be 4 in order for them to get into the Hall of Fame. I also give it a 4. And Dom also give it a 4. And so... Dave, with his Poxy 3, gives it a score of 23, which is an average of obviously just below 4. So they get into
One of you other guys could have given it a 4.5. I mean, just
or
saying.
5. It would have had to be a 5.
I mean,
mate. It would have had to be
who
a
are the real
5.
villains here? Let's be honest.
It would have had to be a 5. You what? Sorry.
Who are the real villains here?
Yeah. So
We
anyway.
might just a tad more.
Yeah. So they score. Hello. Anyway. So they scored 23 divided by 6 equals 3.83. So they're in our top 100. But there we go. So Right, okay, Spiritbox. Trish.
3.
3. William.
5.
5 for William. Dave.
It was going to be a 2, but now knowing it's the same vocalist, I'm actually going to give it a 2.5.
Ooh.
Woo!
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Respectable.
Simon.
5. Did you need to ask?
Funny, it's my job. It's my job. I'd written down 5, but it's not. I give it a 3. Okay, I thought because of the 3 songs were absolutely stellar, it deserved more than the average. So for certain,
3 for 3.
3 for 3, and Dom give it a 4.5. So
Legend.
I know, right? Which we're looking at 6, 11, 16, 20.5, also 23. I think that is also 23. So plus 10 plus. Now there's 6 of us. It makes it life a little bit more difficult in terms of tallying it up. So it also scores 23. They are dead level. I would buy Bad Wolves. Trish would buy Bad Wolves. William and Simon would buy. Oh my God, guys! It's a tie. It's a tie across the board. 3 people because there's 6 of us. Yeah. Well, there's 6 of us. There's 6 of us. There's 6 votes now.
Yeah.
And they both scored 23. And both of us would. But each of us, 3 of us would buy one, and 3 of us would buy the other one. It is a tie.
There's
the first time.
Only one way to sort this.
Huh?
Bye. Only one way to sort this. Bye.
Fight
to the death.
Okay, so we need to organise a fight between Bad Wolves and Spiritbox. You know what? Hey, we could break rules. Yeah, it's a tie. For the first time ever. First time ever, it's a split tie between Bad Wolves and Spiritbox. But the overall factor is that they are both really good albums. And actually, I think if metalcore's a little bit more your scene, I think you're going to absolutely love Spiritbox. So, okay, well, on that note, what a start to the new year. What a start. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. Thank you to my wonderful panel today, to Simon, to William, to Trish, and to Dave. Thank you, guys. And, of course, thanks to Dom for voting. And we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.
Bye.